I'm your host, Priyanka Shah. It's important that we start this event in a traditional way with the lamp lighting ceremony. And for the same, I request the President of AHAR, Shri Sukesh Shetty, and Honorary General Secretary Shri Sudhakar S. Shetty, Honorary Treasurer Shri Amar S. Shetty, all advisors, and AGM Chairman Mahesh V. Shetty to kindly come forward and light the lamp.
It gives me a great pleasure to be here. When I started the year, there was a lot of discussion that we need to create a vision, where the association would be for 5 to 7 years. 2029, AHAR accomplishes 50 years since its inception. 1979, we came together to form this association. In 2029, will be exactly 50 years. What 2030 means, making the food capital of India, means more customers, it means more businesses, it means prosperity all around. What we should strive together as a group, and we have extraordinarily dynamic people out there. So a lot of ingredients are given by Nilesh ji. Finance, he's taken the finance, he's taken the taxation, what is in our hands. At the same time, we will also try to influence the government for the mindset, the ease of doing business. A lot of things have changed, a lot of things have happened on the top end, but we know that these things are not happening on the ground level.
All of you are in the most noble business. Annadan is the Shrestha Dan. You provide food to the hungry, and there can't be a better job than that. More importantly, you cater right from the bottom of pyramid to the top of the pyramid. 65% of Mumbaikars come and hit you every day, starting with morning tea or ending with dinner. Now, how to take this forward? How to grow beyond where all of you have already reached? Having vision is good, but to execute it into reality, it requires tremendous amount of hard work and tremendous amount of teamwork.
For something to become a food capital, it should become a food knowledge capital. It should become a food waste reduction capital. It must become a food loss management capital. It must become a food process management capital and a food science capital. Why I am confident that AHAR can do this aligned with the society is because of a very simple evidence that you see. As an Indian, it is one of those rarest cities in the world that you get very nutritious, sumptuous, affordable cost food, very tasty food for a person who can barely make 100 or 150 rupees a day. You would have seen that in his vision, there were hidden goals of Sustainable Development Goals of United Nations, caring about the planet, caring about equitable justice for all people, caring about gender equality, caring about sustainable development, caring about thinking about innovation, thinking about science, thinking about economics and prosperity for all of us. All of us know that there are 3 major pillars for us to survive and to be prosperous, to ensure that our city becomes the food capital: men, material, and knowledge. If you have to harvest talent from the staff, you will have to first sow the seeds of empowerment, where there are wonderful, wonderful schemes by Government of India, which have to be just introduced to our staff, like the Prime Minister's Pension Yojana's pension scheme, the National Pension Scheme, the Skill Development Council of India, the very specific Hospitality Skill Development Council, the Food Industry Skill Development Council. Think local, seasonal are the keywords. A shift in thinking has to come on menu designing, menu planning, because the first vision is making Indian cuisine very, very prominent. So material management is another next key. The third key in our thing is technology. In India, the government of India has encouraged nanotechnology, and FSSAI has very, very luckily recognized green nanotechnology. Green nanotechnology can be a change maker, and it is going to be a change maker.
Many young entrepreneurs are entering the hotel and restaurant business. What will be a key mantra to be successful?
My recommendation to every entrepreneur is that don't measure success on just one parameter. Because if you don't have satisfied customers, how long you will have satisfied employees and monetary success? If you keep employees happy and customers happy, but you don't price yourself correctly, how long you will survive? Keep multiple objectives to measure your success. You need to have happy customers, you need to have happy employees, and you also need to have monetary success. Combination of that three should measure your success.
What is your observation in the hotel and restaurants after FSSAI hygiene rating has been initiated?
Hygiene rating has vastly improved the customer confidence. But what is originally the rating is a science-based rating by Government of India, that is by FSSAI. So this rating has ensured four things. First, it has increased the customer confidence. And because the rating is so science-based, it has ensured legal compliance. And number three, it has become a wonderful operational management tool, because the 116 marks that a hotelier will get is based on different departments within the hotel, within our restaurant. And fourth, it has increased business.
When we talk of global cuisine, nothing is right, nothing is wrong in food, as long as it tastes good. But when it comes to the creativity factor, we need to have food which tastes good. Creativity, yes, definitely it has to look good also. Earlier, all the food marketing was by word of mouth. But today, the word of mouth in this digital world has translated into the click of your phone camera. Everything has to be on Instagram if you want to promote your food. Everything has to be either in a blog or it has to be somewhere in the digital space, because that's the fastest way of making the food that you are doing reach out to people. We can create restaurants, beautiful restaurants. Guests will come once to a restaurant to enjoy that. Guests will come second time to a restaurant to enjoy that. But if that food does not taste good, probably third time they will not come.
The next question is to our president, Sukesh Shetty. As a president, what is your feedback from your members, whether it is being implemented at ground level?
There's duplication of licenses like FSSAI and BMC licenses. There's 394 licenses, duplication is there. Representation has happened over the years. However, nothing seems to be changed. There's archaic laws of excise. The law is nearly like a dry state. Impractical taxation, that is one thing that also comes to my mind. So, the mindset needs to change at the ground level, even though the government is trying to get a lot of things to ease of business. But there's a big disconnect in what it is and what we want to achieve. Sure.
The next question is to Dr. Pashupati. You are a diamond trainer for FOSTAC training. What are the benefits of FOSTAC training for the restaurant operators and employees?
What FOSTAC has done to the normal hotelier is, it has first made him understand that legal compliance is not as difficult as it was imagined to be. Number two, along with that legal compliance, the hotelier has beautifully learned what are the nuances in his trade and what science talks about his trade. All these things have been beautifully revealed by the FOSTAC. And what FOSTAC has done is, it has just not given a course for advanced catering. It has made 25 courses. FOSTAC has ensured that the hotelier is more safer than what he was before the advent of FOSTAC.
The next question is to Mr. Salil Fadnas. How do we encourage more youngsters to participate in food skill training program?
Food is not just food today, rather it is more of a fashion today. The youngsters are definitely wanting to join in, and with the advent of all the TV shows and the publicity which the food and the chefs gets, they are more and more attracted towards becoming a chef. People think that become chef and they will just start appearing in newspapers or start getting fame. But there's a lot of patience and a lot of hard work. So it's not just the food skilling, it's the mental resilience also which need to be built. But the resilience, it has to be imbibed into it. It has to be brought into it. That is the bigger education that we need to get into the youngsters so that we get more and more people into it and they sustain in this industry.
The next question is to President Sukesh. Will it be a good idea to have self-regulation in hospitality business rather than license Raj, and how it can be implemented?
If things have to be really be impacted and we want more tourism to come in this country and the explosion of businesses as restaurants and hotels to come here, we need self-regulation. In fact, AHAR has been instrumental in having the largest FOSTEC training programs in last 2 years. Instead of getting into this license Raj and people coming and checking out there, we could partner with the government and get some easy solutions for the members, and also the objectives can be obtained on this.
Can you explain how science or innovation can actually help the restaurant owners?
The understanding of science would make your profit much more better. And when I say innovation, we have data in silos in our industry. A data precision management system and a very, very powerful technological tool to manage your business can ensure better profitability. Because we deal with highly perishable things, the kind of wastage that we have at 11 o'clock or 12 o'clock at night, what goes into the drain doesn't actually come to our purse. I think technology can ensure that what goes into the drain is only a waste.
This question is to Mr. Salil. What are your thoughts regarding encouraging more women chefs?
Why we say that we do not have women chefs is probably because they are not all in the limelight. But we need to bring chefs in the limelight. We already have a lot of chefs who are women chefs who are there in the industry. And some of them have reached up to the highest level of being corporate chefs in big hotel chains. Today, you have women chefs, most of them as home chefs. They are doing their own businesses. They are running their own businesses. When they can do that home chef business, why do we really need to bring them in this heavy business? Yes, if they are wanting to come in, and which we already have a lot of them, which is very good. But then let us recognize them by the role that they are playing today, and let us celebrate all our mothers and our grandmothers, because they are the ones who are the biggest inspirations. Thank you.
In 1979, a group of hoteliers came together and formed this body under Sri Datta Kadam as the first president of AHAR. They were basically trying to get all the hoteliers together for a common objective. We started off with 1 or 2 regions in South Bombay and migrated to whole of Maharashtra.
AHAR as an association represents the whole of Maharashtra. Apart from this, there are 66 associations throughout Maharashtra which are affiliated with AHAR. In Mumbai region alone, there are close to 8,000 members.
We are the major contributor of tax in terms of VAT, GST and excise license fees. We employed 8 lakhs plus employment generation in entire Maharashtra.
There are a lot of benefits of being an AHAR member. We take up regularly industry-related training programs. Then there are awareness campaigns that happen wherein members are trained and updated as to what are the latest industry-related policies. If member has any issues related to any of the government agencies like the police issue, an FSSAI issue or any corporation issue, AHAR office bearers are always there to help them. Then we take up regular medical and health checkup camps for the members and their staff. So if a member is anyhow facing any issues, AHAR is always there to help them.
AHAR is the only association in the whole of India that has taken FDA rules, FSSAI rules, very seriously from day one since its inception. Right from the formulation of rules at the central level, AHAR has pioneered not only in conducting hygiene ratings across the restaurants, but has made close to 4,000 FOSTAC trainings so far in Mumbai itself. The FSSAI team that we own in AHAR has created a small booklet for all the members.
AHAR supports training and development for its staff. We conduct certain trainings like FSSAI, hygiene audit, and service-related development for our staff, which improves the productivity and service for our industry.
Any members who faces a problem, they call up the zonal VP, and we have specific chairmen for each department, like chairman for the police, or chairmen for the BMC department, who any problems given to them, we solve it. And in any policy matters, our president and the office bearers, we represent to the government on.
AHAR supports all government taxes and regulations. And secondly, all our restaurants are tax compliant, and we contribute to the growth of the country.
Traditionally, what used to happen is brands, whenever they used to come out with a new product or new service, they used to go hotel to hotel and try and tap hotel owners to introduce their product. And what used to happen is they used to meet managers and cashiers, and resulting which they could not meet the decision makers. AHAR has a platform where we have 11 meetings throughout the year, where we get the hotel owners, that is the decision makers and the sellers, face to face. They network in our meetings, and that is like a bridge where they can showcase their products and services. This has decreased their time to promote their products. In due course of these years, a lot of brands have got success and a quick turnaround. That is why year on year, they continue supporting AHAR in all the events. They take part in all our events and they network with hoteliers. This year, we've had over 16 brands associated with us, and we have a lot of brands who are still in the waiting list.
Moving on to the felicitation segment, continuing the tradition of AHAR in honoring the senior hoteliers who have contributed immensely for the hospitality industry and AHAR. And to do the honors, may I request President Shri Sukesh Shetty, Honorary Secretary Sudhakar Shetty, Honorary Treasurer Shri Amar Shetty, and respective Vice Presidents to felicitate the senior hoteliers of their zones. Beauty Queen, Miss India Universe 2022, Divita Rai. Divita, I cannot have you just standing here. We want to watch her walk the ramp. Can we have some music for Divita? Any message to the young girls or anybody who's watching you tonight?
Definitely. Taking a bit from my own life, I think it's very important to never give up on yourself. Because like I said, for me, it took 4 or 5 years to get to this stage. And nothing comes easy. Nothing is going to be given instantly in your life. Just because you have good looks or you're tall doesn't necessarily mean you have opportunities at your lap. So no, don't be heartbroken and don't give up on yourself easily. I think those who maintain that consistency, that perseverance in life are the ones who will always come on top no matter what, and it gives you a lot of growth as a person. And I think that's the most important takeaway from everyone's journey.